zone. Ja, zo wel mooi. Nou maar. David, when you paddle. Paddle.
Well, a very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lilleshall National Sports Centre. We are almost ready to go for our under-15 PlayStation Small Schools Cup final. Should be an absolute belter for today's fixture. Slightly delayed kick-off from the original time of 2:45, but we are ready and raring, and away we indeed go between these two teams. In the maroon, it is BUCKSWOOD School from Sussex, down near the Hastings area. And in navy, it's St Mary's College of Crosby in Liverpool. Some early clearance there from St Mary's. BUCKSWOOD a little bit delayed in arriving, which is understandable. It's a fair old journey. But they'll be really pleased to get underway, nevertheless.
Behind you.
I'll run you through the teams very shortly. I'm slightly caught out by the earliness of the start in this one. It was scheduled to kick off at 10 past after BUCKSWOOD's late arrival, but seems they were happy just to get going straight away. They're hanging about from the BUCKSWOOD boys, and they're in possession in their own 18-yard box here. Under 15 Small Schools Cup final. It's a good bit of defending out there, is it? No, it's actually a free kick that's been given. Got a chance here for BUCKSWOOD to load the box, get the bigger boys up from the back, maybe. It's the skipper, I think, stood over the free kick. That's JJ Walker. It's flighted in towards the back post. Keeper claims that's Noah Stevens. He launches high into the Shropshire sky. BUCKSWOOD back on the ball. Showed some tidy footwork so far. Sent forward by Hussein Akundov. Oh, an early chance here for BUCKSWOOD, and they've scored! Well, out of absolutely nowhere. BUCKSWOOD with the game's opening goal.
3 minutes down on you there.
After just 3 minutes, it's for Morgan Elliott, the number 58, who gets BUCKSWOOD off to the perfect start. Well, St Mary's caught a bit cold.
He's going long. He's going long.
Wasn't an awful lot to the goal in many ways. It was just a simple ball through the middle of the field. And for me, Morgan Elliott was in behind in a flash. An amazing start for BUCKSWOOD. Cross sent in, it was a good delivery again, and maybe a chance in there for BUCKSWOOD, but it's dealt with, and it had to be. Here comes Ben Jones for St Mary's, who's scored plenty of goals on their run to this final. That was Edmund Anyoka looking to turn it around the corner for BUCKSWOOD. Oh, handy footwork from Kudai Osada, number 20 there, the left back.
Stand, Tommy!
Just decide you're off, mate. Just decide you're off.
We're about to just in it, Griffin.
Yeah, that's fine.
Referee commanding the BUCKSWOOD captain back inside his own half there. Ref Max Underwood for this fixture. JJ Walker sends forward, doesn't get much on it, but it does break for BUCKSWOOD in the end. And once again, this is Anyoka through the middle of midfield. He runs into traffic though, and now St Mary's can look to get away. That's a good ball. Gets Ben Jones on the run. From the left-hand side, has support in the middle. Forced into a corner. Does well to get out of it. James Roberts now jinking and turning on the corner of the box. No way through for him, but St Mary's earned themselves a throw. Big win in there from BUCKSWOOD. And that's foul. No question about that. It was Taro Enda who committed the foul there. Absolutely crystal clear in front of the referee. I think that's Ben Jones who's placed the ball down to take this free kick. As I mentioned, he's been lethal in this competition. 11 goals in just 5 matches. 3 hat-tricks in that time. It's a decent effort, you know. It's wide of the post. Goalkeeper Emil Peters looked pretty happy with it. Well struck. That's Ender looking to get on the end of it for BUCKSWOOD, and the goalkeeper is on the move for St Mary's, Noah Stevens. Well dealt with in the end. Sent over the top once again to get Ben Jones on the move. Challenged well by Koki Oda at the back there for BUCKSWOOD. And that's the St Mary's skipper, number 7, Anthony Parker. His pass is cut out though, and it's found its way to Kento Amura. There's the skipper again, JJ Walker putting his foot in. It's been everywhere really in the early going here for BUCKSWOOD. Walker's ball pumped long towards the goal scorer, Liam Morgan Elliott, and through to the goalkeeper in the end, Stevens. Immediately looking to get Ben Jones on the run. Every time they get the ball in midfield, St Mary's, I'm afraid looking a little bit direct. So forward long once more, and they'll go all the way through harmlessly in the end. Ben Jones runs into trouble. Quickly getting out to this right-hand side with Carlos Seadankai. Battling away, it's a good battle too. Seadankai wins it. Sends the cross in towards the far post. Looking to pick out the runner James Roberts. A little bit too much on it, but The effort is applauded nevertheless by Ben Jones, and quite rightly too. It was great work by Siad and Kai. Goal kick then for Buckswood. I will really quickly run you through the Buckswood team. We didn't have time before the game. Emil Peters lines up in goal. Right back is Hussein Akundov. Centre backs are Koki Oda and Yanis Hashka Hagdorn. Left back is Kudai Asada. In the central midfield, it's Joshua Viarica and JJ Walker, alongside Edmund Anyoka. On the wings, Kento Amura plays from the left, Reatara Enda on the right, and up front is the goal scorer, Famia Morgan Elliott. This is Ben Jones, wearing number 9 up front for St Mary's. Skipper runs into traffic. Ben Jones gets round the other side. Lovely 1-2. Dancing feet. Ben Jones with the shot. You can see the danger of him, can't you? It's a comfortable save in the end for Emil Peters, but everything St Mary's have done so far has gone through Ben Jones. Running through the St Mary's team when we get a suitable break in play. That's a nice ball down the line looking for Roberts. Well defended by Buckswood. Need to get it clear though. That's a poor clearance. Breaks for Siad and Kai, couldn't keep it down. Good opening that.
Across your own box.
Maybe had the chance to take a touch too. You might want that back. Carlos Siad and Kai. Quickly running through the St Mary's team. Noah Stevens starts in goal. Right back is Matty Clark. Across the centre half line is numbers 4 and 3. That's Callum Guinan and Harley Karui. Number 11 at left back is Dan Malloy. Midfield 3 is Captain Anthony Parker alongside Gerard Sullivan and Ted Sloan. Ben Jones leads the line with Carlos Siad and Kai operating on the right, wearing number 2. On the left, wearing number 5, is James Roberts. Forward then come Buckswood. Zanyoka. Take the ball. Asada back to Anyoka. Zanyoka got a cross in him. He wants to go even further than that, but well defended by Anthony Parker. Corner ball. First of the match for Buckswood. JJ Walker across to take it. Good ball in that. Really fizzed in with pace.
Oh yeah, he looks a big lad. He looks a big lad.
Terrific delivery. And St Mary's in the end did very well to defend it. Battling away there for Buckswood was Reatara Enda. And Jones wins the first header and the second, and we'll get round the other side for the loose ball too. Big lad up front is Ben Jones, but he's got great ability with his feet too. A real weapon with his physicality as well as his footwork. All the way through for Mia Morgan Elliott there, who was on the shoulder of the last defender. Ben Jones chests it down and looking to get James Roberts on the run. Way too much on it in the end from Ted Sloan. You can see the idea though. It's a good outlet is Ben Jones, and he's been effective so far for St Mary's. Defender lets it bounce. Goalkeeper again is sharply out of his box. Poor clearance though. Forward come Buckswood. And Yoka. Good looking ball, keeper needs to be alert, and was. There's Omura running through. But easily dealt with by Noah Stevens. Sent back with interest by Akundov. Being dealt with by his opposite number at right back, Matty Clark. Jones's header was misdirected. Forward comes Akundov. Great tackle from Ben Jones. What a challenge that was. Forward comes St Mary's. Pass was loose. Walker intercepts. Passing to Morgan Elliott was loose. St Mary's send it over the top. James Roberts could be in. Here he is. Flag stayed down. Oh, now then! Defender looks pretty composed. I think a corner's been given. It was Koki Oda who slid in with the challenge. That was a risk, that's for sure. There were a few cries of penalty from the lads from Liverpool. Referee gives a corner. Koki Oda maybe a little lucky. Comfortable header away for Anyoka. Sent back in by Matty Clark. Might break again here for St Mary's. And the offside flag is raised on this occasion. That'll encourage James Roberts. The run in behind that he had. That's a St Mary's ball. Throw-in taken by Dan Malloy. Another St Mary's ball incoming. Sloan dispossessed, and then Anyoka will get to the second ball just in front of Gerard Sullivan. It's a good ball too to Amura. Looking to feed Morgan Elliott through the middle. Apart from his goal, Morgan Elliott, he's really not been in the game. They haven't delivered him the service that we might have expected following that very, very early goal and around the second minute. Well, in once again for the second ball by St Mary's, but Anyoka recovers, wins it back. Great work from Anyoka. Kept the ball really well, needs to release it now though. JJ Walker just clips it forward. There's Yanis Hashka Hagdorn at centre back. There he is again. Nicely popped off to Asada. Hits the channels for me and Morgan Elliott to have a run. Goalkeeper happy to see that one out himself. He's been pretty comfortable at a goal. There's Noah Stevens, bit of a fly keeper. Fancies himself as a bit of a scouse Manuel Neuer, perhaps. Distribution's not too bad either. Parker battles and wins. Immediately they're looking for that direct ball over the top. BUCKSWOOD are playing a fairly high line. And again, that's what St Mary's are looking for straight away. And ball given by the referee.
There is Kento. Edmund again alongside Kento. Morgan this side. This side.
Free kick to Buckswood to be taken by the goalkeeper, Emil Peters. Oh, the free kick's been given. It was a push in the back on for Mia Morgan Elliott. It's Callum Guinan who's been penalised, and this is a great position for Buckswood. Round about 25 yards out, just left of centre. JJ Walker, the skipper, immediately says, "This one's mine." Three-man wall for St Mary's. JJ Walker's free kick just over the top, went keeper side. Not too far away. And the weather here at Lilleshall is a touch better than yesterday's thundery affair. But you wouldn't believe it, it was actually glorious on these pitches about 2 hours ago, when a few of the teams started to arrive. Drenched in sunshine, and it's now slippy again underfoot. And Yoka does well to control that. And the left back's offside. Sada getting well forward, he's quick to get back though. That's good play. The final pass there wasn't. Oh, now then, opening, Ben Jones on the run, goes early, and Emil Peters saves the stinging shot. Decent opportunity. First real sight of goal for St Mary's top scorer. Tidily in by Dan Malloy. And again, the goalkeeper's out of his box. That's a poor one though. And for Mia Morgan Elliott, a great chance there. His shot was poor. It's a decent opportunity. Good pressure by St Mary's. That's a lovely touch by Mia Morgan Elliott. A terrific challenge in there from Guinan.
Put it on the ground, Red.
Yeah, come on.
Did really well there.
Let's get hold of it.
Looked like a Buckswood throw in to me. But it's gone the way of St Mary's. Anthony Parker, Ben Jones. Loose one. St Mary's looking to keep the pressure on. Good challenge in there. Parker works it through to Ben Jones. He's got options in support. It's a brilliant tackle by Joshua Villarica. I've not said his name too much already in this game, but that was a crucial intervention from the Buckswood number 6.
If the morgue arrives, there's the morgue around it. All of us are lose the voices, but we need somebody who is.
Go on, that go on, yo! Winners!
Well controlled by Omura. And Yoka looking to get Asada on the run. He's done well, Asada. Cut out by Guinan. All the way through harmlessly in the end to the goalkeeper, Noah Stevens. We've played 25 minutes, 10 minutes remaining, plus stoppage time in this first half. Very, very early goal from Buckswood in the first couple of moments in this final. The difference between the two teams, gloriously controlled by Anyoka. And here Morgan Elliott, who dinked over the goalkeeper after being put through in the second minute.
Flick it on, Hans.
Since then, hasn't been too much by the way of goalmouth action. Ben Jones finds Anthony Parker. Malloy. Well, he got the shout to have a go there. Dan Malloy. It was ambitious. Parker couldn't quite bring it under his spell. JJ Walker dispossessed. That's a good ball. And Ben Jones has options here. Goes alone. And a great tackle by Hashka Hagdorn. But James Roberts has a right to be aggrieved on the left-hand side for St Mary's there. Ben Jones has got his head up. It was a brilliant chance for St Mary's. And now at the other end, it's Buckswood on the attack, but the offside flag is raised against Kento Omura. Oh, it was a good opportunity, you know. Just having another look at that moment. Here it was, just look at the space to Ben Jones's left. If he got his head up, it was a great chance for St Mary's. Could have been the best moment that they'd have created. But a good sign for the team from Crosby. Stevens with the kick out. It's Viorica with the header for Buckswood, and a loose one in there by Gerard Sullivan. Malloy was scrappy, gets a couple of great challenges in, and wins his team a throw for good measure.
I know you don't condone.
Decision goes Buckswood's way. Free kick.
I know you can't condone him, but what he said was
Will be sent forward by Hussein Akundov. Easy win for St Mary's. Returned with interest by Akundov. Me and Morgan Elliott didn't get there, but it was a half a chance there for Ryotaro Enda if he could have. Good strength by Ben Jones. And now maybe a chance for St Mary's. Jones again. That's a really good recovery from Asada in the end. They have looked vulnerable at times, Buckswood. to the early ball when St Mary's have got it right. Plenty in this under-15 Small Schools Cup final for both teams. It's Buckswood who lead. We've played half an hour. Great tackle in there by Anthony Parker. As the two captains collide.
Say, not too high, too early.
Sard's throw wasn't the best, but he'll get it back. Well dealt with by Guinan, helped forward by Clark. Really good challenge in there. It's no great surprise that the team from Liverpool have a tackle. Hallmark of a lot of teams on Merseyside. They are always up for the fight. St Mary's come again once more. Looking to get on the run here, and a great chance here for St Mary's. Cross the face by Siadan Kai, and no one was on the other end. A great chance. Back they come again with Roberts through the legs of Akundov, but hammered away by Oda. St Mary's have grown into this final and they've been the better team as this first half has grown older. What a good moment that was. Stevens sends it forward. Can they eke out one more chance before the half-time whistle is due to blow in around 5 minutes?
Matty, if you want it, put your name on it!
That's really good battling by Omura. Sada with a lovely turn.
Nowhere to go for him. He's not going anywhere.
He wins his team a throw, but what a chance this was at the other end for St Mary's. All on his own, Siadan Kai couldn't quite pick out Ben Jones in the middle. No one was arriving at the far post. Best opening since the second minute when Buckswood scored their goal. Great chance. All the keepers built it, and Dan Malloy had to be so alert. Really good defending this. It's a good build-up from Buckswood, actually. Morgan Edwards did really well. It's a slippy ball. The goalkeeper's heart was in his mouth, and Dan Malloy with a crucial bit of defending. Got a free kick for his trouble. Is he involved again? Sent forward towards Roberts. Ben Jones keeps Oda honest. Jones. Good ball. Parker. Handball given against Omura there. Just shrugged his shoulder towards it. Referee saw fit to call it. Ben Jones over the free kick. Had a pop from a similar range earlier on. Might consider the same again. It's a tough angle this for a free kick. Difficult to get a good line for a cross into the box from here. So Ben Jones does indeed take it on. Goalkeeper holds it at the second attempt, Emil Peters. He's got a good strike on him. He's Jones, that's for sure. We're approaching the half-time whistle. 30 seconds left of regulation at the end of this first half. Advantage played as Ankudov was brought down. Eventually St Mary's break it down. and get themselves on the move again. Good hold-up play again from Ben Jones. Ziadenkai might get there, but it was really well cut out by Osada. He's been impressive. Well read by Clark. Real weight out for him. He had no pass on. Now it's BUCKSWOOD on the break. It's a great challenge in there by Dan Malloy, and the goal kick's gone his way. Goal kick taken up towards halfway. Ben Jones got his body there. It's easy in the end for Yanis Hashka-Hagdorn. Peters calmly out to Akundov. Well, pass Akundov. Ender rather just looked at him as if to say, well, not there. Malloy's throw. Akundov's header. It's a nice ball down the line. Jones, good pick out. Eureka battling in there for BUCKSWOOD, and that's Anyoka. JJ Walker looking to get Osada on the move. It's a great read by Carlos Ziadenkai. That's a shin pad, I think, there. Did the St Mary's number 2 in his quest to win back the ball. He has conceded the free kick. I'm being told that the first half is 40 minutes for these under-15s. So we will play on a little bit longer in this first half. Don't expect the half-time whistle just yet. Got a few minutes until that's in the offing. Peters was very calm. Over into the midfield. Eureka wanted more time than he was allowed by the St Mary's midfield. Ben Jones couldn't quite get on the end of it. Oda took a risky touch. James Roberts wanted the free kick. Didn't get it. I think there was a tug in there. The referee didn't see it and makes it out as offside as it can possibly be. There's a substitution, in fact, on the far side. And it's Santiago Gill who's come on. Straight swap, it's Ryotaro Ender who's come off. I'll keep an eye on that for you. Yeah, it is Ender who's gone off. Santiago Gill, his replacement then on the right wing for BUCKSWOOD. Anthony Parker, he's decided to curl one towards goal. Kept a couple of spectators interested by the sound of things, a couple of gasps below. But the goalkeeper, Emil Peters, happy enough.
Make them play inside!
I'm afraid to pass it about the defence. BUCKSWOOD, they really are comfortable in possession. Oh, that's a good-looking ball. But again, Noah Stevens is out to sweep. An important tackle in there by Harry Clark. Second ball is a big one and it's one. Oh, well, I say it's one. It wasn't in the end. Free kick has gone against Harley Karui. The referee was in the best place to spot it. And this is a similar free kick to the one that St Mary's had about 5 minutes ago, which Ben Jones took. JJ Walker stood over it, and he's got a decent strike in him, JJ Walker. It's probably too far out, but with it being so central, it's difficult to manufacture a chance from this position. What can Walker do as we enter first half stoppage time? It will be Walker. It's a decent effort. It was a really decent effort. I'm not sure the keeper was entirely comfortable there. It's a really good strike from JJ Walker. More comfortable than I think I initially gave him credit for, Noah Stevens, as he watched it over his bar. And that will do us for this first half. 1-0 at the break to Buckswood. A great half for them by that reckoning, but it has not been an easy game for them by that same token. An early goal scored by Femia Morgan-Elliott after just about a minute and a half. But since then, Bucks would have found it difficult to create chances, and it's probably St Mary's College who've had the better of the play. They will need to summon their powers of recovery in the second half, however, if they're to bring this one back. Half-time in the Under-15 Small Schools Cup final for boys. It's Buckswood 1, St Mary's 0. We'll be back with you in the second half very shortly.
One more game.
A very warm welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The two players are, or two teams rather, are just making their way into their positions ahead of the second half here, which means we are almost ready to get back underway. It's been a great contest so far, very even between two sides with very different ways of playing, which is part of the beauty, really, of schools football. As we get rocking and rolling in this second half. Buckswood 1, St Mary's 0. As the second half begins. This is for Mia Morgan Edwards, who looks to get the ball over the top once again. The keeper is out sharply, Noah Stevens. Not that he was needed in the end, as I think the offside flag was raised. It's a really strange first half in many ways. Buckswood scored after 90 seconds, and then after that didn't really create too much in the way of clear-cut chances, or indeed half chances. St Mary's have been direct, but they've been effective. Ben Jones up top has led the line really well. On a couple of occasions, if he'd have just released the ball at different times, they'd have been in on goal. Best moment for St Mary's came when Carlos Siadenkai found himself in the area in space. Couldn't quite pick out anyone with his ball across the face, however. This is Buckswood on the attack. No way through. Past Anthony Parker, who snaps into a challenge on Asada. Referee blows him up. Sent forward by JJ Walker. It's the chest of Asada. This is Oda. That's a great ball. Looking to get Roberts on the move, but it was cut out really well by Oda. That's nicely turned around the corner by Anyoka for Gill. Dancing feet of Santiago Gill. In by Akundov towards the far post. It's over for Mia Morgan Edwards, and I don't think Matty Clark could repeat that first touch if he tried, but in the end it was all right. St Mary's not hanging about, up to the feet of Ben Jones it goes. Akundov calmly back to the goalkeeper. Neil Peters wanted a little bit longer than was perhaps wise, but it's a great pick out in the end to Gill, but he's dispossessed by Malloy. Going to be a good battle that on this near side in this second half. Malloy was flying into challenges left, right and centre in the first half and winning a lot of them up against Ryotaro Enda, who started at right wing for Buckswood. Santiago Gill has already shown he's more than happy to take his man on. Be a battle to keep an eye on. A reminder that if we do end the match level at the end of this second half, it will go straight to penalties to decide the winner of the Under-15 Small Schools Cup final for boys. Matty Clark wanted a bit more time than was wise, but St Mary's get it away, and Ben Jones is on the run here. Ashka Hagdorn had to be careful. Watched him well. This is Parker. It's a St Mary's throw. It's a break to Gill. Skips by one. Two up with him in the attack. Looks to get from here Morgan Edwards away. Dan Malloy needed to win it and did. And he'll get a free kick for his trouble there as well. just potentially released that a little bit earlier than he needed to, Santiago Gil. He's shown such confidence when running with the ball. Surprised to see that in a way. Morgan Edwards just had too much work to do to get through 2 defenders. Stevens sends it forward. Jones with the flick on. Roberts on the run. Oda does really well. Coming across from centre-back. Good win by Karui. Anthony Parker gets the 1-2 with Jones. Parker shoots first time. It was ambitious. It was lovely football. The shot was probably unwise from Anthony Parker.
Pick a side.
Wood, once again, happy to build from the back. This is a Kundov. Kento Omura. It's a great win in there, and Ben Jones gets his toe on it now. He's on the run. He's on the wrong side of Oda. Ben Jones with his left foot. It's a really good save, and Emil Peters gathers at the second attempt. Well, that's the chance that Ben Jones has been waiting for. It's a really good bit of goalkeeping to deny St Mary's top goal scorer. Have another look at that. As Ben Jones made his way through, Oda did well to force him onto his left foot. It's a good bit of goalkeeping from Emil Peters to shut out the light in front of the St Mary's number 9. Guinan wins the first ball, but it's BUCKSWOOD possession after that. Near Morgan Edwards looking to dance around him. That was a clear tug. It's St Mary's first ever appearance on a national finals day. And they've done so in some style. 2 games today for St Mary's. Under 12s were in action earlier. Oh, a bit of confusion back there, and the goalkeeper needs to get that! He didn't! And I think the referee's given the goal. For me and Morgan Edwards, in again for his second of the match. Well, we're going to have to take another look at that. Real confusion in the back line between Karui and Stevens. And Yoka made himself a nuisance. And for me and Morgan Elliott, bags his second. Horrible moment at the back for St Mary's, and now they've got it all to do. Ben Jones looking to do it all. No way through on this occasion. They have got time on their side, still a long way to go in this match, over half an hour. But they now must come from 2 goals back.
Settle! Come on! The same, drop. Drop in line, no, drop there, back with the defenders.
From here, Morgan Edwards looking to send it into the box. That's dangerous. And Ben Jones bears down on goal. It's a decent recovery from Yanis Hashka-Hagdorn. Again, St Mary's are asking questions of the referee. This is why. Nothing given in the end by Max Underwood. Didn't look a foul. Hashka-Hagdorn cleared it away whilst he was on the deck. Oh, that's lovely from Anyoka to Viorica. Viorica from a long way out, well wide. Let's take another look at the goal. It's a horrible moment at the back for St Mary's, no doubt about that. A real mix-up between Karui and Stevens. And a real poacher's instinct shown by Famia Morgan Elliott. Goalkeeper Noah Stevens furious that he didn't get a free kick. I have to say, I think it's a legitimate goal. It's a great striking play from Samir Morgan-Edwards. He's 2 goals from 2 real moments. That's all he's had to sniff at. The BUCKSWOOD striker. 2 chances, 2 goals. BUCKSWOOD are in prime position. With half an hour left in this Small Schools Cup final for boys. This is Morgan-Edwards again. Great effort and just wide. That was brilliant. Nearly got his hat-trick in some style there for me and Morgan-Edwards. It was good play on this near side by Kento Amura. Lovely feet. And showed the confidence to strike it left-footed. Close.
Doesn't go over halfway. Don't let it touch the floor. That's our ball. Say that's you. How many?
Ben Jones turning. Anthony Parker from range wants handball and gets it. It's a bit of a tough one, I think, if you're JJ Walker. But Ben Jones immediately picking up the ball and placing it down. He'll fancy this. Make absolutely no mistake. Good 30 yards out. It's the tallest wall that BUCKSWOOD can muster. It's Jones who goes low, and the keeper holds well. Again, BUCKSWOOD happy to play out from the back. All the defenders and the goalkeeper comfortable on the ball. Akundov. That's really good play. But Villarrica beaten to it by Anthony Parker. Villarrica slides in. Should be a St Mary's ball, that, I think. It is.
Okay, come on, deal with it, it's fine, come on! Come on, BUCKSWOOD, sort yourselves out!
Gaffer, did you want anything?
Yeah, how long's left, yeah?
Well, we've got 27 and a half left.
Thank you.
It's Harley Karui stood over the free kick for St Mary's, who could really use a goal. Sent in, not dealt with, and no one gambled on it. Goal kick.
Nice goal kick.
Come on, 28 minutes, here, lad.
Need to press now.
Get round this way. Morgan this way.
For me and Morgan-Edwards. JJ Walker steps around the referee to look to get his right winger on the move. That's Kento Amura on Yuka. Akundov, strong. Got outnumbered though, and that's a clear shirt pull. Really clear foul. Don't think cards will really be used in this game.
Fellas, hold on.
Referee clear that that's not going to play on, but it does look like Akundov is going in the book, and well, it was as clear a yellow card as you're ever likely to see, really.
What's the fullback screaming my ball every time? We had a word in half time. Thanks,
Yellow card. Free kick for St Mary's, then chance to send the big boys up from the back, the likes of Guinan. Anthony Parker will be in the mix as well. Will come from right below us here. Sent forward by Karui. Santiago Gill gets it away. Matty Clark back into the mix, and St Mary's concede the free kick. It's taken quickly by JJ Walker, who looks to get Famia Morgan-Edwards on the run. Goalkeeper's come again. He's not going to get there, but he makes the tackle. He's taken some risks as Noah Stevens in this game. He's walked the high wire on occasion, but his sweeping has been excellent. Ironically, the one time he was really caught on his line, there was a moment of confusion between himself and Karui, and it cost his team the second Buckswood goal. That's great work. Anyoka might drop in there, but Karui was there first. Just in front of the Buckswood midfielder. Good turn by Siad and Kai. Couldn't find Ben Jones. Buckswood just enjoying a nice spell here. Viorica. Morgan-Edwards. Breaks through. Chance for Osada and Anyoka. 3-0. But the flag's up. Offside flag raised. And the goal won't stand. St Mary's quickly back on the attack. And it might be a chance here, you know. Roberts is quick. Defender tugging at his shirt all the way. Roberts goes around the goalkeeper. Does he know? It's really good goalkeeping by Emil Peters. Action at both ends of the field. It remains 2-0. But this game somehow feels still on a knife edge. Sent forward by Osada, and now Gill. Cut out by Guinan. Great working back from Gill. And Clark was there in front of him. Emil Peters will send this one forward. Loy and Anyoka underneath it. Anyoka gets something on it, but then Parker's there to the second ball. And Amura concedes the throw. Loy in towards Ben Jones. Takes it down well. Immediately looks to take on the shot. That's a terrific save. Oh, really good stop from Emil Peters, that. Great effort from Ben Jones. Just got half a yard, and he's never shy to take the shots on. And Emil Peters was at full stretch. He'll be pleased it was above him and not close to the corners, but in these size goals for the under-15s, he still had to be reaching at his maximum to get there. St Mary's hoisted into the middle. They don't really clear it, Buckswood, but Anyoka was strong in the tackle. Looks to get Morgan-Edwards on the way, who was onside because he was at halfway. And now Amura joins the attack. Takes on Karui. Finds Famia Morgan-Edwards. Wants the room for the shot. Deflected. It will be a corner. End-to-end stuff here. It's still 2-0. Goodness only knows how, having watched this second half. JJ Walker with the corner. He's got a short option here. Anyoka's in a lot of space. Drives in a shot. It's hooked clear by Roberts, and then followed up by Sloan. This is Gill. Walker. That's a good ball. Amura with space to drive into, and a great recovery by Gerard Sullivan, who took man and ball.
Have you got your medal? Or did you...
The man was his own teammate.
He didn't give it him back. I can't get rid of him.
Corner again for Buckswood. JJ Walker's delivery has generally been pretty good. And that one picked out his man. I think it was Omura with the chance there. It was. Couldn't keep the volley down.
Not going over the halfway line. Not good.
You should always be warming up. I told you that.
This is Gill down the left. Good tackle by Clark.
Dan's out tonight.
Sada taking his time with the throw. All brought down by Edwards. Now a chance for St Mary's to spring the counter once again. That's handball against Hashka Hagdorn.
Drop in, quick, move! Santi, go! Back man, Kento, somebody!
Parker looks to find Ben Jones, he does so really well. Oda once again there at centre back to defend it.
Come on, pick him up!
Jones with the throw. This is Parker, needs help. We'll break for St Mary's here.
Come on, Hunt!
Sloan with the cross.
Come on, Santi, come on, Santi!
Now Clark. Jones gets there first but couldn't control it. Gill loses out, but does win the throw. We've played an hour, less than 20 minutes to go. Still a long, long way left in this match. St Mary's would do well not to panic here. They're well in this game. But what they'd give for a goal. It's Clark's throw. Headed clear by Viorica. It'll be another St Mary's throw. Flicked into the middle, Roberts gets the header towards goal, but no one was really there behind him, which is what he needed. And a goal kick to Buckswood. St Mary's have already won one trophy today. They would love to make it two. They were the winners in the under-12 Small Schools Cup final for boys. St Mary's getting the better of St Michael's.
Go on now, press him! Press him!
These are St Mary's first ever national finals. Great achievement just to be here. But they will feel it is all about returning home with the cup. Buckswood have won silverware at these events before, but I'll stop you right there because Anyoka's in. And is that going to be an own goal? It trickles towards the net. Malloy's there. The goalkeeper does really well. Anyoka's charging in behind, and it's squirted past the goalkeeper off of Karui. And Malloy and the goalkeeper eventually recovered, but here's a chance for Ben Jones! And that maybe was the chance for Ben Jones.
Josh!
What an opportunity.
Koki!
And he just sliced it, just bobbled up, you can see there for him.
Andrew, Oliver's coming right side.
And you got right underneath it to slice it wide. That is unlucky. But it just serves as a reminder that St Mary's are very much still in this. just get the feeling BUCKSWOOD need a third to kill it off. Just saying before, they nearly went through on goal a couple of moments ago. It would be their second national title. They have won a small schools cup final before. They're under 16s. Won the trophy in 2015. 5 years later, the under 15s look to follow in their footsteps. The clear is only as far as Parker, who'll strike it, but it was always rising. Goal kick sent long by Emil Peters. He's got the sense BUCKSWOOD are going to take fewer chances. The majority of this game they've played out from the back, but that could be seen as a risk now. But this is a chance. Ben Jones in behind on his right foot, and the shot is saved by Emil Peters once again. St Mary's are just starting to create chances. Here's another one. Can Jones bring it down? Handball appeal waved away by the referee. Game just starting to open up, maybe as legs start to get a bit tired. This was a chance, a lovely ball over the top, and you can see the pace of Ben Jones. Didn't really connect with the shot. Ashka Hagdorn can maybe take some credit for that, got the block in. Jones in behind. Is this the moment for him? Ben Jones! Game on! At the third time of asking in the second half, Ben Jones finally finds the back of the net. It's been coming. And with less than quarter of an hour to go in this Small Schools Cup final for boys, it is game on. BUCKSWOOD 2, St Mary's 1, they're on the comeback trail. Referee's going to bring it back for the original foul on Amura. Oh, BUCKSWOOD going to rue the chances they've missed in this second half. Just felt the game was really on a knife edge. And with St Mary's getting that goal, it really is back in the balance. Ashka Hagdorn with a nervous prod at the ball, gets there at the second attempt. But Ben Jones' tail is right up it, and so is St Mary's. Foul throw.
JJ! JJ! Jay!
Osada. Great win by Ben Jones. A little over 10 minutes to go. Fleck on is a good one by Famia Morgan-Edwards, and that's an important challenge by Matty Clark. Just while we wait for the ball to return, here's a look at the most recent goal. Scored by Ben Jones. It's a great finish underneath Emil Peters, who's been really good. As we enter the last 10 minutes, a note for all of our viewers: you can vote on our player of the match from today's fixture. Head to @SchoolsFootball on Twitter where you can cast your vote. 2 players selected from either side. For Mia Morgan-Edwards and Kudai Asada for Buckswood. And Ben Jones and Dan Malloy, the options for St Mary's. And Ben Jones might get there in front of Emil Peters, he does. Great cross in, great chance! Oh, and they survive Buckswood, it's still alive! Appeals for a penalty waved away, and a corner in the end will be the ultimate decision. Goodness me, it's all happening for St Mary's. Brilliant ball in. Siadan Kai couldn't quite make the shot count. And a really important win in the end. Back there for Buckswood as the corner comes in and the header's over the bar. St Mary's are knocking at that Buckswood door. And they're holding on a little bit here. Here comes Santiago Gill. What Buckswood would give to have that 2-goal cushion back. Can he find a cross? Not past Matty Clark. Corner kick. JJ Walker will take the corner. And Yerka will retrieve at the back post. Looking to turn. He'll want it on his left foot if he can. It's a lovely turn. Does get the cross in, beat the first man, not the second. And St Mary's hack it clear. It's a foul by Malloy, no doubt, but referee waves play on. And Yerka through the legs of St Mary's number 11, but he battles well to win it. And St Mary's get it away. It's coming back though, or is it? Siadan Kai had more time than that. That's a header won by number 12, that's Andrew Jones, who's come on as a substitute for Buckswood. Malloy just slips, lost his footing. Bit of confusion back there again in the defensive line for St Mary's, but they do manage to work it away. It's a good ball looking over the top towards Ben Jones. Ashka Hagdorn didn't know an awful lot about that. Volleyed forward by Jones for Buckswood and straight through to the goalkeeper. Ben Jones, both players with a hold of each other's shirts. The referee decides to give the decision the way of Buckswood. It's Joshua Villarrica, I think, who's gone off for the team in the burgundy shirts. Andrew Jones, his replacement, in the centre of midfield. He made a crucial tackle just a few moments ago to deny James Roberts a chance at an equaliser. Emil Peters will send this one forward. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this under-15 Small Schools Cup final for boys. Noah Stevens hurls one forward. Ben Jones again a problem for Hashka Hagdorn. Dinked over the top. Can Ben Jones get on the end of that? Not quite. Good goalkeeping from Emil Peters, who was alert.
Wide, Emil. Edward. This side, right over here.
He's needing to go. Get over.
Parker back into the mix. Dinks it forward towards Jones, who brings it down really nicely, then gives it away. Great work by Osada to keep the ball for Mia Morgan-Edwards. Tackle in there by Guinan is a good one. All the way through to the goalkeeper. 6 minutes remain. Run by Jones. And Yoka. That's lovely from Kenzo Amura. Nice too from JJ Walker. They're just starting to get a little bit of control back into this game. Buckswood have been good in the last few minutes. Substitution coming by the look of things. That's Rui Mitomi who's making his way on. And it's Kento Amura, I think, who's come off, and it looks like St Mary's have just made a change too. They have. It's James Hennessy who's come on. Shot comfortably held by Noah Stevens. James Hennessy will operate from the left in James Roberts' stead. Might drop for Ben Jones. Oh, that looks suspiciously like a handball. But the decision has actually gone the way of Buckswood. Lines on the far side. Immediately flagged. I thought the decision was going to go the way of St Mary's. And I think he's given a tug of the shirt against Ben Jones. Less than 5 remain. Buckswood edging closer. They don't do things easily, this Buckswood team. 4-3 win in the semi-final just to get to this position, we'll tell you that. They've been fantastic in this competition thus far. Can they get over the line at their final stepping stone to a national title? Forward comes Osada. Chipping back at him there is David Redmond on the far side, another substitute for St Mary's. Parker volleys forward. Hashka Hagdorn, a bag of nerves against Ben Jones at the moment. Defends that really well. It's Siadan Kai who will take this throw in. Parker in position for a flick on. It's towards the St Mary's captain. And Yoka thought he'd won himself a throw there for his team, but it came off the Buckswood number 10. It's a good header clear on this occasion. Morgan Edwards. Anywhere will do at the moment. Noah Stevens quickly out. Hashka Hagdorn up to defend. 2.5 to go of regulation. St Mary's need a goal to take us the distance to penalties. Jones clears. It's a lovely touch by Gill, but he couldn't quite keep it away from his defender. Might get a chance to have a run now, though. That's an important intervention by Guinan. Well won by St Mary's, and they look to get Ben Jones on the run once again. Hasn't had much of a sniff in the last 5 minutes or so, Ben Jones. Get the sense that if anything's going to happen for St Mary's, it will have to come through him. Been such a threat in this second half. Eventually got his goal, but at the moment, they need one more. It's a lovely ball dinked into the middle. Important challenge by Jones on Redmond. St Mary's will throw everything forward. Well won in there, and now Anthony Parker takes over, the St Mary's skipper. Fancies a go from range. It's not a bad effort. Oh my goodness me, I thought that was dipping under the bar. Terrific strike from the St Mary's captain. I think Emil Peters was comfortable enough. Had me on my edge of my seat, that's for sure. Parker wins the header. 1 minute to go before stoppage time. And we are at the mercy of our referee, Max Underwood. Dan Malloy's got a bit of cramp, which has kept him down, and into the open space goes Anyoka. For me, and Morgan Edwards couldn't get on the end of that. It's well defended by Harley Karui. And it will be a Buckswood corner. Dan Malloy there just stretching out in the centre circle. Looks like he's gone down with a bit of cramp. It's not too surprising, he's run himself into the ground. Dan Malloy. Reminder, your last chance to vote.
Come on, I think just wait for that guy there.
My apologies, the voting is in. And Dan Malloy, despite being down at the moment with an injury, has won the vote for player of the match. He has been terrific. The number 11 for St Mary's. As we tick over into stoppage time, there will be a bit of it now with that injury. BUCKSWOOD are almost there. Zamroy still down, getting some treatment out of our picture. He will go the distance. BUCKSWOOD look like they brought on Oliver Sporry. They're at the bottom of your picture, number 16. That means everyone's got to run out for BUCKSWOOD.
Well done, fella.
You see from a couple of players offering a ripple of applause for Dan Malloy that he's back up on his feet and off onto the sideline. Might be it for his match. Is it for St Mary's? Walker on the corner. It's a lovely ball into the near post, but Mitomi couldn't control it. And St Mary's probably have about 3 or 4 minutes here, I make it. But don't take my word for that. We are now at the mercy of our referee, Max Underwood. That full-time whistle you might have heard came from another pitch. We are still playing here. Stevens forward. St Mary's need a goal. Skips all the way through to Ben Jones. Skips past 2. He has support. Does he need them? I think he did. It's a bit wasteful from Ben Jones, that. Emil Peters will take his time with this. Won by Parker. That's a lovely ball around the corner, and now forward comes Matty Clark. Clipped forward. Oda was there. He's been so superb at the back for BUCKSWOOD, and here goes Anyoka. Are they going to finish with a flourish here? Goalkeeper's missed it. Anyoka keeps it alive, needs some support. Crosses in, Mitomi at the back post, and that will seal it. Rui Mitomi rubber stamps the win for BUCKSWOOD, who will be the under-15 Small Schools Cup final champions. Brilliant work from Edmund Anyoka. And the diving header at the far post. The stuff that cup final goals dreams are made of. And Rui Mitomi surely now has BUCKSWOOD home and hosed.
Is it easy? Footballing career, you may come again. Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Still a couple of minutes left, I make it. And St Mary's won't give up. It's not in their nature. Well, they require a miracle now. Ben Redmond will battle Sporry. The decision goes BUCKSWOOD's way. Well, they've really had to ride the storm, BUCKSWOOD. Didn't do it the easy way in the semi-final. They've been made to work so hard for it on the big day too. But in the end, they are almost there. Santiago Gil may look to add insult to St Mary's injury here. Crossed in towards Matomi again at the far post, and that time it's over him. And Nyoka won't keep that in. And the full-time whistle blows. It is BUCKSWOOD who are the champions. And that's what it means to the boys from Sussex. A fantastic victory for them. Goodness me, they were made to work hard. But 2 goals from Famia Morgan-Elliott and 1 at the end from the substitute, Rui Matomi, was enough to carry them over the line in the end. A fantastic game of football, in which it really took 2 to tango. Here are the goals in the second half, which got them there. That was in fact the offside goal for Edmund Anyoka. That one wasn't to stand, but they weren't perturbed. The BUCKSWOOD, they kept on going, despite the pressure that came from St Mary's, who kept them really honest. Numerous chances. Take a look at this for a save from their goalkeeper. 1 to 11, they all played their part. And when this goal went in for Ben Jones, it really was game on. And they kept on knocking at the door, did St Mary's, but they struggled to really create a clear-cut chance after that. BUCKSWOOD did well to arrest the momentum. And then they managed to finish with a flourish. Lovely flick on by Famia Morgan-Edwards, and Anyoka's pace took him behind the defensive line. Slight mistake from the goalkeeper. Anyoka does brilliantly. Waits for the support to arrive and puts it on a plate for Rui Matomi to nod home. And the substitute sealed the victory for BUCKSWOOD School, their 2nd ever national title, following in the footsteps of their under-16s from 5 years ago in winning the small schools for boys competition. The presentations will follow imminently. Do stay with us for that. But for now, we'll leave you with a very happy-looking BUCKSWOOD School squad. Presentations are coming up shortly. Well, it looks like we're almost ready with our presentation ceremony here at Lilleshall. A moment that has been a long time in the
We will now make the
offing.
presentation of the medals on the field of play. We have the chairman, Phil Harding, of the English Schools Football Association, on hand to make the presentation. First of all, we'd like to call forward today's set of match officials and thank them for their efforts this afternoon and their support of schools football over the last few seasons. So please come forward. Max Underwood, the referee.
So the officials are now getting their congratulations, and I see them being applauded by both sets of players. They had a pretty good game. The officials, I thought, didn't get anything wrong, had a couple of major decisions to make too. Max Underwood, Harry Beard, Andy Smith and Mark Warren. The four officials. Pretty good game they had as well.
And before we move on to make the presentation of the commemorative medals, we just have a presentation to give for an online poll that's been voted on this afternoon for Player of the Match via ESFA TV. So the viewers of ESFA TV have voted the Player of the Match to be St Mary's College, number 11, Dan Malloy.
Dan Malloy gets the Player of the Match vote.
Dan.
He really did have a terrific game. You can see him hobbling to get that award, and for good reason. He ran himself into the ground, the young left back. Was really, really impressed with him personally.
Commiserations to
Richly
St
deserved
Mary's
Player of the
College
Match
Crosby. They
award.
contributed to a fantastic spectacle today for the national final. So well done to the boys. Let's put our hands together and show our appreciation for their efforts today as they come forward to collect their medals.
Well, great effort from St Mary's College, who do end up runners-up in the national final. Their first ever national finals day. 2 finals for them this afternoon. Not quite to be this time around for the boys from Crosby. They couldn't follow in the footsteps of the under-12s, but a great effort from Noah Stevens, Carlos Iadenkite, Harley Karui, Callum Guinan, James Roberts, Ted Sloan, Anthony Parker, the skipper, Matty Clark, Ben Jones, Gerard Sullivan, Dan Malloy, Alex Roberts, James Hennessy, David Redmond and Ben Rogers.
And now
St Mary's squad
today's winners and
the
national champions
runners-up
of the ESFA Under-15 PlayStation Small Schools Cup, BUCKSWOOD School. Please come forward and collect your medals, boys. Well done.
And it's BUCKSWOOD who are the champions. Emil Peters first up, wearing number 1. Thought he was superb in goal. Made a couple of really, really important saves to keep the St Mary's College boys at bay. Everyone got on for BUCKSWOOD. Everyone played their part. Kadai Asada was terrific at left back in particular. Was really impressed by him. Hussein Akundov, Koki Odo was also terrific at centre back. Marshall Ben Jones brilliantly whenever he had to. Yanis Hashka Hagdorn, Joshua Villarrica, Ritaro Enda. JJ Walker, the skipper, collects the trophy.
Number 8,
For me, Morgan Elliott, Edmund Anyoka, Kento Amura, Andrew Jones, Rima Tomi, Santiago Gill and Oliver Sporry, the full squad as JJ Walker hoists the trophy aloft. It is BUCKSWOOD who are the national champions. They are the ESFA Under-15 PlayStation FC Small Schools Cup for Boys winners. A great effort from the BUCKSWOOD boys. And as they pose for photographs, it's almost time to end today's show on ESFA TV. We really hope you've enjoyed it. They arrived late, BUCKSWOOD, but in the end it was great for them. Well worth the trip up all the way from Hastings. We'll leave you with these joyous images. It's BUCKSWOOD who are the Under-15 Small Schools Cup champions, and they'll be defending their crown in the Under-16 competition next year. Final score from Lilleshall: BUCKSWOOD 3, St Mary's 1.